Hello and welcome. I'm Jamie Hopkins, and I'm the Director of Retirement Research here at Carson Group. And this is again one of my rewirement tips. And what I want to talk about today is just the importance of Social Security. I actually feel like we've been talking about it kind of nonstop for the last 9, 10 years, and how it relates to income planning. And sometimes I actually feel like we lose focus of it a little bit. But just think about how important Social Security is, right? For 1/3 of Americans, it represents almost all of their retirement income. For roughly 2/3 of Americans, about 60 to 62%, it represents more than 50% of all of their retirement income. That is so important. We can't lose sight of that. And so when we're doing planning, even for our higher net worth clients, our middle America clients, we need to be incorporating Social Security into the plan. And sometimes this kind of bias to take the easy thing, to take the money now, still creeps in. I even saw an academic recently present a paper where what he showed was the break-even ages. And he said, basically he said, the break-even age for him in most of his studies was showing up right around 80, 78 to 82. And then his conclusion of the paper was, you should take Social Security as early as possible because the break-even age is so far out. And I asked him at the end of the thing, I was like, well, isn't the average age that somebody's expected to live to longer than that? And he said, yes. And I'm like, well, then shouldn't the outcome of your paper have actually said that it should go longer? He says, well, I took mine at 62 and I think it was the right decision. And I realized he basically did a whole research project to support his own decision, right? The math didn't line up. If you've got longevity risk, if you need income that's inflation protected for life, we've got to think about deferring Social Security. We've got to make optimal Social Security decisions. It's not always deferral, but it's so important that forgetting to really look at that, forgetting to understand the longevity impact, and that Social Security just keeps making kind of payments is really unacceptable. It's too important for too many Americans. So thanks again for watching this, and continue to watch more Rewirement tips.